Hello friends, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. What we've got going on here is a scrap piece of wood and some Dixie Belle drop cloth chalk paint. And I just put a couple coats on it, and I didn't even get it all that solid of a color because I just wanted to grunge it up, and I put some of the wax on there. I got some new Dixie Belle brown and just going to try and put a little of that on it and just kind of make it farmhouse dirty and grungy. Now my daughter has done some of these little it's string art projects, and so I thought I would give it a try. And I am just going to hand letter things out because it was just a simple home word. My daughter, she'll take and print those out and put it right on the wood, and she'll nail the nails in there. I am just going to do it this way because this is the very first time I've ever done this. It was a little time consuming. I didn't know what to expect since it's the first time doing it. And I thought it looked neat, but in my preference, I think that I would have wanted to do it a little more string to make it a little more like the black would be more black. So I've got these 1-inch nails, just little, kind of like brad nails, and just nail it along your lettering. I just tied a knot on one of the nails, trimmed it down, and then I just started weaving things here and there on each nail, just randomly. You don't have to do anything in a pattern. And once you get going on it, you'll see where it's, less color, and you'll have to go over it a little bit more with the string. And I noticed too that you really got to hold tight with the string. Once it lets go, it will, obviously unravel. And so that was, something I learned, to just kind of hold on to things. And so when I got done making this H, I had a string at the end, and I just put Aleene's glue in there so it held. And I think that was probably the best way to do it. It's kind of hard to do another knot. And so I'm just going to make a heart now with what I've drawn out, and use some red string and just have fun with it. I mean, it was time consuming. I may do this again. It isn't my most favorite craft, but I definitely had fun, just experimenting with it and learning a little bit as to how to go about it. And it's just very random. I have seen some very beautiful work people have done where it's not random. It's more like they've got it under control. They may have something in the middle and it all comes out. They'll pick different colors. So string art can be really kind of a fun thing to look at. I have seen these very beautiful crosses that someone had made too. Just, if this is something that interests you, just start with something small and simple, like, letters are pretty simple to do, and just see where it takes you. I guess I kind of like how it turned out in the, at the very end. And what you guys think? I mean, you could do any other color, you could do any color with the string, and I think it all looked great. Well, let's keep going. DIY number 2. This is a Dollar Tree item, just a little metal house. And I've been kind of looking at this. What should I make with it? Well, I decided to do a little napkin art with it, and I wanted to put some primer on it. And so I just took it off the wood and sprayed it, and then just popped it back on when I was done. Now these are cute little napkins that I'd picked up, and using my Liquitex, and that's pretty similar to Mod Podge. Now usually with your napkin art, you're just going to want to get it down to the very first layer, and this happened to be a 3-layer napkin. And just take your time and pull that away nice and slowly so it doesn't rip. And this is where you go, yeah, you definitely need to do some white on the back of that, or that silver is really going to, make it so you can't read it. So just applying it to the layer of the metal, the gel mat, and trying to get everything nice and straight and without a bubble or a crease. I've seen people using saran wrap, and this is the time when I'm doing this going, oh yeah, I should get that saran wrap out and cover it because then I don't tear it. I just never seem to remember it. And here I'm just adding a little bit more tissue just to keep everything, similar in what it looks like. Once it's dry, you can just take and use a nail file to cut off those little edges, and they just come off nicely. And I felt it needed a little bit more, so I'm going to take the sunflowers and just pull in the, some 3-dimensional sunflowers and add a little green to them, and I thought that's plenty. It just needed a little something to balance it out. This would make a nice little gift for anyone, or just some decor for spring. I just love these little napkins. Yeah, super cute. I think rain boots are in this year too. I've seen a lot of things with the rain boots. Well, let's keep going. We've got another one. This happens to be my very favorite. So check out these very pretty stencils. And it's the Dixie Bell line, and it basically they call them the bells and whistles. And these are those silk screen stencils, and I love them. This is a circular piece that I'd cut out eons ago, and just going to paint it white and let that dry. So you guys can see I went to a fun store, and it's in Farmington, Minnesota, and it's called The Farmer's Daughter. And I just have so much fun when I go in there. And so she's got a lot of iron orchid design stuff. She's got the Dixie Bell paint and obviously these stencils. So I was having fun with this. I wanted to make this look like some wood. And so I drew the lines in there just with the Sharpie. And then just going to put some gray on it to grunge it up, of course. And here's another one of the colors I picked up. It's called Caviar. And if you look at it really close, it's not like an ink black, it's not super black. It was just a little bit with the gray, and it's perfect. And here we go. I'm going to put down that very beautiful Fresh Eggs one. And I didn't put it down tight until I had everything kind of measured. I measured from the end and went to that circular part and made sure everything was about right. And then just press it down into place. Make sure the bubbles are out. Just smoothing it out. And when I talked to the gal at the Farmer's Daughter store, she said just use your regular chalk paint that you've got there. And so I just lined it up on the top, ready to be pulled down. And I have done other stencils like this, which are silkscreen, and those were the advice was to do a circular motion. This one, the lady had said, is best if you pull the paint across, and so I did. And that little piece came in the package, so you don't have to buy anything special, but I did. But I'm just trying everything in here to see how well it worked. And here's the big reveal. did this work? Did it not work? Did it bleed? You know, there's always a little worry there. Voila! I think it looks great. I was so happy with how it turned out. Well, I wasn't quite done. I needed to add more to this. I'm going to put this thing in my store. And so I got the caviar, that dark, very dark gray, and painted the pizza pan, and I'm just going to attach it right on the pizza pan, with the E6000 and the hot glue. So you've got your immediate hold and long-term hold. And then just press that down so that hot glue takes a hold. And now I had already tried to place, the eggs on there, and I knew I needed to put something down before I put the eggs. And so just going to put a little Spanish moss in it, and not real solid, but just enough to kind of give it a little nesty kind of look. Have you know, I did not know this, but I've known it for a few years, but Spanish moss actually comes from trees. I've seen it on the trees down south in the United States here, like in the Florida or Georgia states, and they pull it off the trees, and I know they have to, do something with it to make sure there's no bugs, and they actually have to kill it somehow. And I suppose that's with some kind of a heating process so it doesn't grow mold or that kind of a thing. But isn't that just interesting? It comes off of trees. And I wanted to put this cute little bow on there. Does that not scream farmhouse? I tell ya. Fresh from the farm, fresh eggs, premium quality. Is that so cute? The one thing I think I should have did was maybe put some speckles on those eggs. But that little red bow, that just makes it so cute. What do you all think? This one is my very favorite. Well, let's keep going. I've got one more fun thing. It's super cute, super fast. I'm always on the lookout for some fun magnets, and I sell these they're just like little plastic pieces in my Etsy store. They're not big sellers, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to show people what they are, and I'm going to just put magnets on the back, and we'll put them on the fridge. And easy peasy, you just, use your E6000, pop on the magnet, and let it dry. And I bought this little thing of magnets a long time ago on Amazon, and I'm so happy with them because they're small, they were inexpensive, but they hold nicely. It's not like they slide down the bottom, like some of them do. Or if you put something under it, like a piece of paper, it falls on the floor. These will actually hold. And there's the hen and the chicken and the rooster, and so we've got a few little animals in there. There might be one missing because I think there might be another bird in there. I'm not for sure. But that's how they turned out with the magnet on the back. Something for the refrigerator. Well, thanks friends for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please give this a thumbs up. It keeps my channel growing, and I very much appreciate that from you. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.